Professional news. Kaleb Cooper on setting up an egg business and becoming man of the house at 13. Kaleb Cooper, best known for his role in Channel 5's Clarkson's Farm, has made a name for himself as a hard-working, down-to-earth young farmer with a passion for agriculture. While his rise to fame with Jeremy Clarkson's farming show may have brought him international recognition, his journey to success began long before the cameras started rolling. Kaleb's story is one of ambition, responsibility, and entrepreneurship, traits that were instilled in him from a very young age. One of the most striking elements of Kaleb's childhood was the responsibility he took on when he was only 13 years old. While many kids his age were still navigating school life and social circles, Kaleb was busy running his own egg business and stepping into the role of man of the house on his family's farm in the Cotswolds. A family tradition. Kaleb's upbringing was shaped by the land. Raised in a farming family, he grew up surrounded by animals, crops, and a strong work ethic. From an early age, he witnessed the demands of farm life and the hard work that went into making it all run smoothly. His father, a seasoned farmer, was a constant source of inspiration. "I learned a lot from watching him," Kaleb reflects. "He'd work from dawn till dusk, and I'd always be there, either helping out or learning how to do things the right way. That's how you get things done around here." However, while his father was often busy managing the larger operations of the farm, Kaleb was determined to carve out his own niche. At 13, he identified an opportunity to start his own small business, capitalizing on the family's chicken coop and the abundance of fresh eggs that were produced daily. Starting the egg business. Kaleb's decision to start an egg business wasn't something that came out of the blue, it was the result of a growing understanding of the farm's operations and the local demand for fresh, high-quality eggs. "We always had chickens, and we had a lot of eggs. I thought, why not sell them to the local people? I knew there was a demand for farm-fresh eggs," Kaleb explains. At just 13, he began collecting eggs and selling them to local markets and neighbors. It was a simple venture, but it taught him important lessons about business, responsibility, and the realities of farm life. "The first few weeks were tough. I had to learn how to deal with people, how to handle money, and how to keep track of everything," he says. "But as soon as I saw the money coming in, I realized this could be something I could really grow." Kaleb quickly learned that running a business wasn't just about collecting eggs and selling them. He had to make sure the chickens were well cared for, the eggs were fresh, and he maintained a reliable supply. He also had to juggle the logistics, ensuring the eggs were packaged properly, and the deliveries were made on time. Despite his age, Kaleb approached his new venture with a level of maturity that would surprise most adults. Becoming man of the house. In addition to his entrepreneurial efforts, Kaleb took on greater responsibilities around the family farm. With his father frequently out in the fields or managing larger farm operations, Kaleb was often left to manage the day-to-day tasks around the house and the farm. His mother, who worked full-time outside of the home, relied on Kaleb to help keep things running smoothly. "I had to start being responsible for more than just my egg business," Kaleb explains. "I was doing everything from feeding the animals, to cleaning the stables, to making sure the house was in order. It wasn't always easy, but I knew it was necessary." This sense of responsibility led Kaleb to take on the role of the man of the house, at an early age, a title that was both a badge of honor and a heavy responsibility. "I didn't expect it at first," Kaleb admits, "but it kind of just happened. I had to grow up quickly because there was no one else to do the work." Kaleb's new role wasn't just about doing physical labor, it also required him to take on leadership within the family. As the eldest child, he naturally became the one who took charge when it came to managing household affairs, organizing farm work, and helping his mother with various tasks around the house. "I was always the one my mom would turn to for help when my dad was busy. It wasn't easy, but I learned to get things done quickly and efficiently." A steep learning curve. Although Kaleb had a lot of practical farming experience, managing his own business at such a young age presented new challenges. The world of entrepreneurship wasn't as straightforward as he initially thought. There were setbacks, such as customers changing their minds, fluctuating demand, and even problems with the chickens not laying as many eggs as they usually did. But instead of being discouraged, Kaleb tackled these issues head-on, learning from his mistakes and continuously improving. "Sometimes things didn't go as planned, but you just have to keep going," Kaleb says. "You learn to adapt, whether it's dealing with weather, market fluctuations, or just making sure everything is running smoothly. It's not easy, but it's rewarding." His egg business continued to grow, and Kaleb's efforts didn't go unnoticed. His family began to see his maturity and commitment, and he gained more trust in taking on larger responsibilities. This led to his eventual rise in prominence as the star of Clarkson's Farm. Fame and recognition. Kaleb's appearance on Clarkson's Farm brought him fame beyond his local community. The show, which follows Jeremy Clarkson as he attempts to run a farm, was a huge hit. Kaleb's role as Clarkson's young farming assistant allowed viewers to see his unique blend of knowledge, humor, and expertise in the world of farming. His character became one of the breakout stars of the show, with fans quickly taking a liking to his down-to-earth attitude and no-nonsense approach to farm life. Despite the fame, Kaleb has remained grounded. He continues to work on the farm, run his egg business, and manage the responsibilities he took on at such a young age. "The farm comes first," he says. "The egg business is still something I run, and I still help with all the day-to-day stuff on the farm. The fame is nice, but it's not why I do this. I do it because I love it." The impact of his journey. Kaleb's story is one of resilience, independence, and a deep connection to the land. His journey from a 13-year-old with an egg business to becoming a television personality is a testament to the power of hard work and determination. His entrepreneurial spirit has inspired many young people, particularly those from rural communities, to take on responsibility and pursue their passions in agriculture. Kaleb's rise to success is a reminder that age is no barrier to entrepreneurship, and that hard work can lead to great rewards. He has become a role model for young people everywhere, demonstrating that with passion, dedication, and a willingness to learn, anyone can succeed, even when starting with something as simple as a dozen eggs. Looking to the future, Kaleb's plans are simple: continue working the land, growing his egg business, and building a legacy in farming. "The goal is to keep learning, keep improving, and keep doing what I love," he says. For Kaleb Cooper, the journey from a 13-year-old entrepreneur to the man of the house has only just begun, and his story is one that continues to inspire others to follow their dreams and embrace hard work. Clarkson's Farm star Kaleb Cooper shares unsettling encounter as he risked being blinded. Amazon Prime star Kaleb Cooper was terrified in his own home as a predator was on the loose when he was a teenager. Kaleb Cooper has shared that he risked being blinded in a terrifying encounter with an animal. The Clarkson's Farm star doesn't normally encounter many dangerous animals in his line of work, but when one got into his home in his younger days he was frightful for what might happen. The 26-year-old farmhand grew up in Chipping Norton in Oxfordshire, where he found his love for farming. Writing in his new book, It's a Farming Thing, Kaleb explained how he had a predator roaming around his home. He detailed how he had told his mum about a nightmare where a spider was on the loose. Much to his horror, his dreams had come true as his mum's pet Chilean rose tarantula, which can blind a person by throwing fur into their eyes, had gone missing. The farmer questioned, "Why on earth you would have that in your house, I do not know." Kaleb sought refuge in the safety of the sofa, but his hiding spot turned out to be a terrible choice. The 8-legged arachnid was eventually found underneath his seat. However, the spider wasn't the only exotic animal in the home. Kaleb shared, "When blokes have a midlife crisis, they get a sports car or ponytail, but for Mum, it was a giant predatory snake that could suffocate you in your sleep. She'll kill me for saying that, but then I've already survived a poisonous fur-flinging tarantula and a man-eating reptile with coils or death, so I fancy my chances." The Amazon Prime star also recalled how a goose had almost ended his plans to have a family. He wrote, "I've never forgiven the goose that attacked my, delicate parts and almost ended my family line." Controversially quipping that geese get what's coming to them when they're cooked for Christmas dinner, he exclaimed, "They say that revenge is a dish best served cold." He added, "Anyone who's tried potatoes roasted in goose fat can tell you the opposite is true."